think she's bluffing, John. No, she's not about to go on national television with that kind... Today? Are you serious? Well, find a way to stop her then. We'll get past her, damn attorney. Just find a way to talk to her directly. Look, I have to call you back. Oh, here. Let me help you.
Thanks.
Good grief.
Guess what I'm gonna do today?
Treat me for a hernia. Really, what are two people supposed to do with that much flour?
Well, all they have was a 25-pound sack. I think people buy things in bulk here, so they only have to go to the store maybe once or twice every 2 months. But we'll just use what we need.
Use it for what? Julia, you're not going to bake, are you?
Yeah. I brought with me my grandmother's recipe. It's an old-fashioned pound cake, and you put a pound of butter in it and a pound of sugar. It'll be so good you'll think you died and went to heaven.
A pound of butter and one cake? I will die, Julia.
Please, I really want to do this for you. Don't discourage me, okay?
I'm sorry. I lost my head for a minute.
I can't believe how you're corrupting me.
Me? You're the one who's about to inject our veins with deadly poisons.
I'm only here for a few days in this cabin with you, and I actually believe I can bake. I want to be your Betty Crocker. I want to nurture you and feed you.
And lavish me with cholesterol. You're right, it isn't like you.
I'm so happy. I love being alone here with you, all by ourselves. If it weren't for Samantha, I would stay here from this very moment and never leave.
I know. I've been wishing the same thing.
I suppose it's too early for champagne. Although, I doubt you'll find a suitable vintage in this joint. Victoria, you deserve a major toast.
Oh, please. I was checking so hard. I don't even know what I said.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious. The only thing that I remember is the stage manager giving me the cue, the red light going on, and then I went blank.
Well, let me be the first to tell you, you were brilliant. You were brutally honest, you were direct, you were very sympathetic. I'll tell you something else. Had there been a studio audience present, there would not have been a dry eye in the house.
Well, I used that old stage technique about pretending you're talking to just one person, one special person that understands everything and listens.
And who is that?
It certainly wasn't Mason.
Mason. Mason's going to have a stroke when he sees you on television.
Are you sure he's going to see it? We don't know where he is.
But his attorney does. I spoke to him while you were taping. So, I gave him the air date and time, and all he has to do is call Mason and tell him when to stay tuned, and the two of them can sit there and watch their whole strategy go right down the tube.
She was making her way through one of the air conditioning vents, and Kane almost had her.
Keep your voice down, Castillo. The meeting's already underway.
Hey, are you gonna put a halt to this man, or is this assassin gonna do it for you?
Hey, look. You got a positive ID? You saw the fox?
Yes, I was tracking the suspect. I almost had her. I noticed an open grate leading into the air conditioning system. I followed her in. I heard her in there. I would have had her until your men grabbed me.
The point is she's in this building. She could be setting up as we speak, and we got to get those men out of that room.
You realize you're asking me to interrupt a meeting that could be crucial to the entire world community?
The world community may be asked to attend a state funeral next week if we don't do something. Tony, what do you want? What do you have to just get on the stick and do it?
Well, you're the last person I expected to see.
Why?
Well, I just thought you might hold a grudge after I turned down your proposal. romantic as it was, being kidnapped and taken to your door like a piece of furniture.
It was not my finest hour. Let's skip the play-by-play, okay?
Well, I'm just trying to make sure that it's something that doesn't occur again in the near future.
No, au contraire. This is official business.
What is this, a confession?
The man we were looking for, Ed Thompson, he made a so-called full disclosure and then skipped the country. What do you think of that?
What am I supposed to think?
Have you gotten to the part where he said he acted alone?
You don't believe that?
Of course I don't believe that. What? CC is behind this. Who in the world could have given him enough money to say he acted alone? Who could have gotten him out of the country when he's a wanted fugitive? I'm sorry, am I keeping you awake?
I just don't know what you expect me to do about it.
It's not what I expect you to do about it. It's what I expected you to do about it. I gave you a camera. I expected you to use it. Get me one picture of CC and Ed Thompson together, I would have had a case.
I tried.
How hard?
Look, don't you blame me because this whole investigation of yours is blown up in your face. It's not my fault. You see, I am not a detective. I'm not even on your payroll. I did the best I could, and any snooping I did was strictly out of the generosity of my heart.
I thought you wanted CC as much as I did.
I do, Keith, but what do you want me to do? I can't help it. I never saw Cece and Mr. Thompson together. I guess they were just too careful. So shoot me. Just a figure of speech.
You know, this is sad. You know, the time was, I could have trusted you to do something like this. You know, you used to come up with the most incredible information. I was in awe. Then all of a sudden, this Dr. Clark makes an incision on your heart. And there are things missing, things lost, your incentive.
Keith, I do not have to stand here in my own home and be insulted by you.
I don't care. Maybe you're not on the payroll, but lady, you were the best private detective I ever had. Don't blame me if I think it's a waste of your talent.
Mrs. Capwell, how nice to see you.
Oh, hello, Max. How are you? Nice to see you.
I can hardly believe that next week is almost upon us.
Next week?
With the masked ball.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm afraid you're just going to have to... The masked ball will have to go on without us, Max.
Oh, I hope you're not serious.
No, it's yes. Something came up. Mr. Capwell and I, well, we just have other plans.
He didn't mention anything when I spoke to him.
No, these plans happened very quickly. Would you excuse me for a minute? I'd like to speak to my son.
What in the world is with the security routine around here today? I walked in the airport by mistake.
What are you talking about?
These guys. I mean, I'm walking in my own family's hotel, and there's two guys over there frisking me.
Well, I have no idea, darling. Maybe someone was robbed. Have you seen Eden anywhere?
Mm-mm.
Well, I called the beach house, and I can't find her, and I thought maybe I'd try to look for her upstairs in the restaurant. I want to tell her what happened. With your father, I wanted to be the one to tell her.
Mom, she's not going to be in the restaurant today. It's closed.
What do you mean closed?
I don't know, somebody over the desk said it was because of some kitchen grease fire.
When?
I don't know. I just asked him.
Well, that's ridiculous. I mean, I was home all day. No one called the house to say that the restaurant was going to be closed.
Well, maybe they told Dad at the office.
Well, I doubt if he was at the office. He certainly can't live at his office, can he?
Mom, Dad's going to be back. I mean, I know he will. I mean, he might be gone for a couple of days, but when he gets a chance to, you know, think about the whole bit.
All right, Castillo. We'll do it your way.
Thank you.
We have a condition yellow. 11 through 22, proceed directly to the situation area and seal all access.
Tell him about the vending system, Tony.
Yeah, I'll get a team on that right away.
All right.
Forgive me, sir, but we're going to have to make an immediate transfer.
Thank God we got here in time.
We haven't gotten him out of the building yet.
This room is being completely sealed off. You'll proceed to separate designated areas and stand by for rendezvous later.
Espinosa, I can't tell you how sorry I am we have to interrupt the meeting.
No,
It's
there's no need to explain, Mr. Castillo. You've already proven your regard for my safety. If you have decided that the meeting cannot take place here, all I hope is that we will be able to continue at another location.
Well, Mr. Martini is setting that up as soon as possible, and we'll try to make the delay as brief as we can.
Well, we may not have to leave the building after all. We just apprehended a woman 2 flights down trying to get past the security checkpoint.
Did you get a description?
No, but you'll see her yourself when they bring her up here in a few minutes. I think they did say she was a blonde.
Doing anything? Who are you expecting? Mata Hari?
What are my men supposed to do? She was in an unauthorized sector.
Sector? This is my restaurant, Mr. Martini. You know, I'm not used to certain areas being off limits to me. I told your people who I was. They didn't want to listen, so, you know.
You knew what was going on here today, didn't you? Couldn't you have just stayed away? You know, when you came into the security was supposed to be enhanced. Do you think it's helping us to have your girlfriend wander around a restricted area?
Excuse me, Ms. Capwell is my partner. I doubt she was wandering. She has a security clearance, and quite frankly, she has a hell of a lot better idea what's going on here than some people.
Really? She just lost us precious time when we could have been finding the real suspect.
Hey, may I remind you that without us, you wouldn't have a suspect at all? You'd have a bloodbath on your hands?
The point is here, we have to get this thing tracked somewhere else. These people can't talk to each other if we don't put them in a safe place.
Okay, I need some time to coordinate. I have to notify the second team that we're going to take the alternative option.
All right, that means we're going to go where we plan to go if this happened, right? The TV studio?
All right. I'll let you know as soon as we're ready to move. Kane? I could use some help downstairs.
Yeah, I'll be right with you, Tom. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Well, you knew the stairways were blocked, right? How'd you think you could get up here?
Look, Cruz, I needed to see you. I saw Richard.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. I was in the hotel lobby about an hour ago. Richard just walked out in front of all these people. I mean, no one saw him but me, and he left, and I didn't know what to do, so I followed him.
Where'd he go?
To the airport. He took a flight to Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Well, he always did love to be out of the country when the dip hit the fan. I miss Nita that way.
He was here to see the fox, wasn't he?
Yeah, and it's bad news for us, because I don't think he would have made himself scarce unless he was sure she was in control.
You know, I try to imagine Andrea sitting with Richard, talking to him, planning to kill somebody in cold blood, and I can't see it. You know, she was my friend. She was somebody I went to school with. I can't imagine her doing anything like this. It's just not possible.
Well, things happen to people, darling. They change, you know? Hell, I don't want it to be Andrea either, but at this point in time, I mean, who else could it be?
It was more than just coming clean. I mean, we've all seen so many true confessions were practically immune. No, the real stroke of genius was the clinic.
Well, I've been thinking about that ever since I got back.
Imagine how impressed the judge is going to be when he hears that you're willing to lend your name and some funds to opening a drug clinic.
Jason, I'm really not doing it just to impress the judge.
I know that. I know you're very sincere in wanting to help people with withdrawal problems. But let's not kid ourselves in terms of the effect this is going to have. It's going to be incredible in terms of showing your character and your sense of fairness. You're going to get everything you want now.
Quite frankly, what I really want is for this whole thing to be over with.
Not yet. I still have a few more tricks up my sleeve.
What?
Well, we might have temporarily stopped your husband's offensive, but I just want to make sure he doesn't find some way of bouncing back.
Jason, what are you gonna do?
We're in this together. Let's just say Mason's not going to know what hit him.
I hate to break this up.
Then don't.
I thought I just heard something go ding ding.
Oh, that's cute. Ding ding. You sure it wasn't toot toot?
No, this was a ding ding, like an oven timer. Like maybe the cake is ready.
Ding ding, like the oven timer on the cake. What time did the ding ding go
About
off?
2 minutes, 5 minutes ago. I'm not really
Oh my
sure.
God, it's burning everything I've always tried to make burn.
That's what you get for seducing me. Yeah, John, it's me again. When does the damn thing go on the air? You can't be serious. Well, we'll just have to persuade him to pull it. What else? John, for God's sake. A press conference is going to make her look like a saint. She goes public, we're dead. I don't know. Just do something. Use whatever you have to. Leave the baby out of it. Somehow, John, you're going to have to make her see that it's not in her best interest.
Oh, you're going to love this, Mason.
I can hardly wait. John, look, I have to go. Julia's coming. No, she doesn't know anything yet. And if you do your job like you're supposed to, she won't have to know anything. I have to go back.
I did it. I actually baked a cake. Mason, it's perfect. It's perfect. So is this day. Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah. Perfect.
I'll stick with Cruz and Espinosa. You take care of the second group. As soon as we leave, I'm going to give you the signal. Now, wait no longer than 30 seconds before you tell the van to follow.
You got it.
And we shouldn't hang around the basement any longer than we have to either. Because for all we know, the Fox may be making her way down there right now.
Hey, look, if we spot her in transit, we're still supposed to call into control?
If you spot her, you shoot first and ask questions later.
Hey.
What's up?
Martini says we're almost ready.
There's been a security breach. We're going to this location. Assemble your team and wait here for further instructions.
What's going on?
We're moving.
We have to go through the basement. Get your stuff.
Okay. Now we're going to go upstairs and we're going to pick up our respective passengers. And remember, once we start moving, it has to be fast. None of us may get out alive.
I knew it. If I gave you a camera, you'd take pictures. Hiding evidence from Keith.
What are you doing in here, Keith? Keith, how did you get in here?
Honey, they're doors. French doors. They were Uber.
No, they weren't. They were not. I know I locked it. You know, breaking and entering is a crime. You probably just picked the lock.
Honey, no, I didn't do that.
Give me that. Give me.
Well. Sophia. I thought C.C. was behind this, but I guess where there's Macbeth, there's Lady Macbeth going out, damn spot, huh?
No, wait. Don't jump to conclusions,
Like
Keith.
what?
Well, all you've got there is a picture of Sophia. There's
Yeah.
nothing else there.
Right, maybe, but I think the burned away piece who's in ashes is Ed Thompson. I mean, who are you trying to kid and why?
I just think that there's no point in pursuing it. I mean, after all, you have a whole confession. The insurance company's going to pay for everything.
Why would you want to protect Sophia?
I'm not protecting anybody. Just why drag it out?
Honey, I don't get this. Why would you protect this woman? Here she is. She represents everything you've lost. When she married C.C., you lost what? You lost the house, you lost the cars, you lost the credit cards, you lost the furs, you lost... Am I dense or what? Huh? Brandon. You made a deal with her to get Brandon. You told her you had the goods on her, and if she gave you Brandon back, you'd look the other way. I gotta hand it to you. That's a good deal.
So you understand that's why you can't use this information against Sophia.
Honey, I hate to tell you this, but I didn't make a deal with Sophia.
Oh, wait, Keith, she'll know I told you. She'll think you found out from me.
Dearest, your name will never be mentioned.
Keith, she'll figure it out. She's not stupid. She already hates me. She'll hate me a whole lot more when she finds out you found out about this, and she'll take Brandon away from me.
How's she gonna do that in jail?
Once we reach the basement, we'll go out one of the fire doors and into an unmarked car.
From there, it's only 2.5 minutes to the television station. There's a studio there that's no longer active. We'll use that as the meeting site.
I'm relieved that we will be able to continue. It's the first time I have met a representative from your country where we were able to make progress quickly.
All the more reason to get you back to the action as soon as we possibly can.
My staff was extremely impressed with how quickly you were able to reorganize.
Thank you. It's no easy task with this many people. My personnel alone are going to require 2 vans.
I thought in the event of a change, we were going to operate with a skeleton crew.
Well, I cut down as much as I could, but there's still the diplomatic staff members, the medical team, police.
What are you doing?
I don't like that, Tony. That means all those people be going the same direction at the same time. If that woman is still in this building, she's going to know we're up to something. She'll know exactly where we're going.
Cruz, we discussed this 1,000,000 times before the meeting. The basement has the quickest, most private access to the outside.
Well, it's not the only access, and as of now, we're going to find a different one.
You sure about this? Well, that's incredible. All right, I owe you one. All right, I owe you 2. Yeah, thanks again. Bye. Would you like to take a ride?
Where to?
I just got a tip. This could be very, very interesting.
Mind if I join you?
Yeah, Keith, we'd rather not have people think that we socialize with the likes of you, okay?
Oh, I don't know. I think your mother's a little different. She doesn't care who she associates with. Do you?
Is this supposed to have some kind of an impact, Keith?
Are you going to deny that you know this man?
No, well, yes, I know the man. I know his name. His name is Thompson, and you have been after him in connection with the oil rig explosion, but I believe you've come to a dead end. I saw that picture in the paper.
Oh, no, I think you've seen more than the picture, and on many occasions.
All right, that's enough, Keith. I don't know where you get the idea.
But
You can...
out, would you please? This is for your mama, this next question. You hired this guy, didn't you? Why don't you just admit it, okay? I have a witness.
That's absolutely... What do you... It's ridiculous. Want to tell me what witness?
Well, dear, the man who supplied Ed Thompson with explosives had a profit-sharing deal with him. That is, after Mr. Thompson was paid. You know something? There is no honor among thieves, not even today. So when Mr. Thompson was paid, he didn't share the wealth and skipped the country. This guy was so upset, he came to me, and he told me a lot of things. And he told me that you were on the ground floor of an operation to blow up an oil rig.
You're lying.
No. Neither is the witness.
I really don't think, Keith, that anyone who deals in explosives could be a very reliable witness. And what would this person gain by coming to you? And now, I hope that you're not paying this person, because you know that would be illegal.
Sophia, I didn't have to pay him a penny.
Well, if you have all this incriminating evidence against me, why don't you just arrest me? Go ahead.
Well, it'll be very soon. I don't have everything together yet, but I'm very, very close to him.
My dear friend, you have made a career of crying wolf for so long that I'm just not afraid of you.
You better be. That hot breath down your neck is mine. I'm gonna be right behind you. You know something? This is good. I'd eat this right now if I were you, because what they had in prison can't hold a candle to it.
Would you just get the hell out of here? Go!
You better watch it, little fella. Watch that temper. Trying to get you accommodations right next to your mama. She can tell you bedtime stories from the bars, you know.
Oh, man.
My God, how did he find out?
He's bluffing. He has no proof.
All that money I paid out to save my neck. In the end, I'm going to get just what I deserve.
What are you doing?
I thought we could snuggle up and watch an old movie. I want to turn up the sound because we can't hear it.
No. It's only news on right now. I like that better with the sound off anyway. Besides, who needs to watch the Tube when we got so much else to keep us busy?
Shouldn't have fed you all that sugar. It's making me frisky.
Are you complaining?
I should, but I'm not going to. What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a little heartburn. I'm not used to eating half a pound cake at one sitting.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll go get you a bite.
No. You're all I need right now.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get us a little bit more comfortable, that's all.
I'm not very comfortable, Mason. I can't breathe.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here.
Mason, maybe we ought to go up to the bedroom.
No. I like it here. It's a nice change, don't you?
No. Mason, what's wrong? Victoria is on the TV. You crazy? I didn't see this. Where's the...
I never thought that I could become addicted to cocaine. No one ever thinks it can happen to them. But I got to the point where I thought about it every day, every night, every hour. I risked everything for it, and I lost a lot because of it. I'm here today to tell whoever is watching that if you're considering trying it, don't. And if you have tried it and you're in trouble the way that I was, get help. Or write to me in care of this station, and I'll send you some information about my clinic. Thanks for listening.
Well, I underestimated Jason Jacobson. This was all his doing, wasn't it?
I would assume so, yeah.
So instead of running scared with your threat to take the story to the scandal sheets, they undercut you completely and went public.
That was the general idea.
How long did you know about this?
Not long, a day.
A day. So you knew yesterday that this whole thing was going up in smoke, and you let me believe that everything was fine. Oh, Mason. How could you?
We should just go back to the house, huh?
I don't want to go back there if your father's not there.
Mom, come on, it's still your home.
Home is where you feel safe. I don't feel safe anywhere anymore. I've been trying to escape for so long now. Everything is catching up to me.
Mom, come on. Look, Timmons, I'm telling you, he's all talk. If he really had a witness the way he says he does, he wouldn't need anything else. All this guy has is a theory.
But it's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, but he can't prove that, Mom. I mean, all he wants to do is harass you into incriminating yourself. If you keep handling yourself the way you did just now, it's not going to happen.
Thank God you were here.
Well, I didn't do anything. You sailed through this thing like a champ, Mom.
I don't know if I can keep it up. I mean, if he's as sure as he sounds, he's not going to let me alone.
I don't know how he knows. I mean, where did he get the idea that it was you anyway? What?
Gina.
Gina?
Gina. You can bet Gina is his witness.
So Gina, she knows that Thompson was blackmailing you then?
And then she decided to do a little creative blackmailing on her own. I know you were very puzzled when I gave Brandon back to her all of a sudden, and I wanted to explain it then.
Oh, my gosh. So she said she wouldn't give you away if you gave her Brandon. So she's known for a long time then.
And you know, Gina, if a better deal comes up, all bets are off. Why would she care about me?
I wasn't that thrilled with your tactics about this whole thing in the first place, but since it was presented to me as a fait accompli, I had no choice but to accept it. But you see, gone ahead again and left me out of the process. And the process is important. Do you have any idea how that makes me feel?
You're having such a wonderful time, I didn't want to upset you, that's all.
No, honey, listen to me. If one person knows all the facts, and the other person is walking around grinning like an idiot, this is not wonderful. This is false. It's, temporary. It's demeaning.
I thought John could fix it.
Fix it how? If Victoria tapes a press conference and the station puts it on the schedule, how is one small lawyer going to get it taken off the air?
I thought that Victoria might lose her nerve and refuse permission at the last minute or something.
And then it would never have gone on the air, and I would never have found out about it.
Right.
Wrong. You see, I would still be left out of it, and that's the point. You gotta give me some credit to be able to share the good and the bad with you.
Julia, I love you. I want to make you happy. Sometimes that means protecting you.
You see, it doesn't work that way, Mason. If we're going to be together, we're going to have to be together as equals, which means that you do not endow yourself with the power to decide what's right for me and what's wrong for me, and vice versa.
Julia, that's not fair. It's not about power.
Mason, the decisions that you're making are not little ones. They affect both of our lives. We both have the right to participate, even if it means sharing the worry and the disappointment.
Sometimes I think that's all I bring you is worry and disappointment.
Don't you trust me to weather the storm? What is this? Gotta keep the little woman happy or she'll bail out. Don't you have any more confidence in me than that?
Julia.
No, it's sad. It really is sad, Mason, that you don't have faith in anyone besides yourself.
Hi.
How's it going?
Great. I still got my people outside waiting for martinis, okay?
Well, we thought we'd check the place out just in case there were any unexpected welcoming committees around. Now I'm trying to persuade Ms. Capwell here to wait for us in another studio.
Oh, Eden, what's the problem? They're gonna kick you out as soon as the meeting starts anyway.
Okay, okay. I'm tired of fighting with you, too. You stay here, I'll go. Just don't take any unnecessary chances, okay?
Well, you know us. I feel better about the thing now anyway that it's out of the hotel.
Yeah.
This environment's a lot easier to control. Be over in a couple hours. Espinosa will be on his way back home, and you and I, pal, well, I vote we don't leave the house for a month.
Sounds good. Take care. You too.
Well, place seems clean, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'll have Martini spread the word. He's gonna bring in Mr. Espinosa first.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look around.
All right.
Send me Lord Harlow, or I shall unleash the hounds. My goodness, you know, the wenches back then were vicious too, weren't they?
Keith, will you stop sneaking up on me like that? That's twice in one. If you don't get out of here right this minute, I'm going to call a cop.
Honey, methinks you and Angelique both do protest too much. I don't think she wants Lord Harlow to unhand her, and I don't think you want me to leave.
Want to bet?
Sweetheart, sweetheart! What have I done that is so terrible?
What have you done? How did you get back in here? What did you do? I locked the door. I know I locked the door.
Honey, there are doors, and there are doors. You know, when I was coming in before, I snagged my trousers. Would you happen to have a needle and thread?
Can I use it to soak your mouth?
Honey, that would be painful. But then I'm into that.
Oh, you're so disgusting.
You like it that way.
No, I don't. Keith, when are you going to stop this? This is really pathetic, the way you keep trying to push my old buttons. It's not going to work. I am through with you. I am through with that whole phase of my life.
Honey, your cover is blown. Let's go over what you've told me, okay? You're about to embark on a new life. Am I right so far?
That's close enough.
Uh-huh. And the byword of this new life is respectability, right?
That's
As befits a doctor's wife.
Yes.
Right. Well, I sort of bought that for a while. Then I thought about it, and I thought, well, if this respectability involves blackmail, I don't think Dr. Clark is going to buy it. What do you think about that?
Keith, look, this arrangement that Sophia and I had, it was agreed upon weeks ago, a month ago.
Uh-huh. And, would you do the same thing now if it'd get you back Brandon? Dear. Darling. A leopard doesn't change its spots. But me, I love every blemish on you.
Get away.
You know something? I just figured this out. This is all like a dance you've been doing with me. It's sort of like a game, like Matador and Toro. Yes?
What?
No, you keep pushing me away, and I keep coming. And you just want to see if I'll do it, right?
You're crazy.
Huh?
You're crazy.
Honey, you know, I thought, here, I saw the picture. You denied what was in it. You knew I'd find out. It's beautiful. It's just like some sort of ballet.
Look, I don't dance. I hung up my toe shoes a long time ago, Keith.
Yeah, but you left those clues. You left them. You knew I'd find them. You knew I'd be suspicious. I mean, did you feel the voltage that was in this room back then? Do you know what I'm talking about? I am talking about sensory exchange, you know? And I'm not talking about just physical. I'm talking about mental. I'm talking about, like, mental games. Do you feel it, baby?
Huh? I feel something. Probably just your drooling.
Honey, it's cute. It's cute when you and Angelique deny and put your man off. But there comes a time when you and Angelique have to give in to sweet surrender. You know what I'm saying? Here. I'll read you something. At random. Page 201. You know what's on page 201?
No.
I'll read it to you. Lord Harlow touched the lace collar at her throat. Slowly, he loosened one of the tiny pearl buttons. Then the second pearl button. Then the third pearl button. Angelique began to breathe in little gasps. Her bosom heaving. He looked again. In her bosom, it was heaving. Oh, ooh, ooh.
Don't say that.
What? That's a novel. Cardboard characters. We're flesh and blood. So what do you say about tonight? Huh? How about a little flesh? How about a little blood?
Julia, you don't even know how to get home from here.
I don't believe it. Just because you drive up here, you think I'm some sort of helpless jerk who can't even read a map?
You're twisting everything I say.
You can't stand it when you're not in control.
I can't stand the thought of you walking out of here. Julia, these last 2 days have been 2 of the happiest of my life, in spite of everything that's happened.
Because you were hiding something. We were both hiding something. And that's just not going to work when we get back to the cold, cruel world.
Don't you think we deserve some time alone to ourselves to kind of fortify ourselves for what's ahead?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. It seems like every time we think we deserve something and we try to take it, there's somebody out there bound and determined to punish us for trying to be happy.
Julian, just stay for a little while, huh? And we can talk things out?
No.
Please?
No, because then you'll kiss me, and then I'll let you, and then we won't... Mason, stop it. Then we won't face anything that we need to face. Now, if there's something out there to deal with, then by all means, I'm going to go out there and deal with it.
Hi, Julia. I hope this isn't a bad time.
We had a devil of a time finding this place. One would think you two didn't want to be found.
Mr. Espinosa, you'll be here. You'll be your chair, sir.
Thank you.
Certainly, thank you.
You all right?
What happened? Somebody took a shot.
Up there on the catwalk. That's where the shot came from.
Yeah, but she's already down. Kane!
What?
Look out!
Tony, take these gentlemen someplace safe and keep them there. She's mine.
Let's go!